A mysterious $2 flash drive, indistinguishable from any other, has been quietly circulating online marketplaces and tech forums, promising not storage, but destruction. This is the story of the so-called USB killer, a device that, for the price of a cup of coffee, can instantly render a computer useless, leaving behind only the faint smell of burnt circuitry. Please subscribe to the channel to support what we do and help us keep digging into these hidden stories. Now let's dive in. In 2024, cybersecurity experts are raising alarms as these USB killer devices become more accessible than ever, with some DIY versions costing as little as $2 to assemble. The concept is simple but devastating. The USB killer looks like a regular flash drive, but its purpose is to unleash a fatal electrical surge into any device it's plugged into, unlike traditional malicious USBs that spread malware or steal data. The USB killer attacks the hardware itself, frying motherboards and USB ports in seconds. The device's origins trace back to a Russian researcher known online as Dark Purple, who first demonstrated a prototype in 2015, shocking the tech world with its destructive power. Since then, the design has been refined and replicated, with the latest versions capable of discharging over 200 volts directly into a computer's circuitry. The process is chillingly straightforward. Once inserted, the USB killer draws power from the host device, charges its internal capacitors, and then releases a high-voltage pulse back through the USB interface. This pulse is repeated in rapid succession, overwhelming the delicate electronics and causing irreversible damage to the motherboard and connected components. In online videos, the effect is immediate. A laptop screen flickers, a sharp buzzing sound is heard, and then silence as the machine powers off, never to boot again. Attempts to revive the computer are futile. The motherboard is dead, and the cost of repairs often exceeds the price of a new device. Surprisingly, while the USB killer can destroy the computer's core hardware, it usually leaves the hard drive and stored data physically intact. This means that while the device is a potent tool for sabotage, it is not effective for data destruction, a fact that has both intrigued and frustrated would-be attackers. The threat posed by USB killers is not limited to computers. Any device with a powered USB port is vulnerable, including televisions, routers, and even smartphones connected via USB on-the-go cables. The proliferation of cheap, malicious USB devices has been amplified by the ease of online tutorials and the availability of components, making it possible for almost anyone to build their own killer stick. Human curiosity remains a key vulnerability. Many attacks begin when someone finds a USB drive on the street or receives one as a promotional gift, only to discover too late that it is a Trojan horse of destruction. It's not just flash drives. Attackers have disguised USB killers as air ionizers, fans, and even cables, making it increasingly difficult for users to distinguish friend from foe. One of the most notorious incidents occurred in 2019 when a former student at the College of St. Rose used a USB killer to destroy 66 campus computers, causing nearly $60,000 in damages and earning a prison sentence. The attack was brazenly recorded, with the perpetrator announcing, "I'm going to kill this guy," before inserting the device and showing the computer die. A chilling reminder of how quickly these attacks can unfold. Institutions and businesses are now grappling with how to defend against such a simple yet effective threat, as traditional software-based security measures are powerless against pure electrical sabotage. The only surefire defense is to physically block or cap USB ports, a solution that is often impractical in environments where legitimate USB use is necessary. Training users to recognize the dangers of unknown USB devices is critical, but even the most vigilant can be fooled by a device that looks and feels just like any other. Some organizations are now considering the drastic step of purchasing computers without USB ports, though this is increasingly difficult in a world where USB connectivity is ubiquitous. The rise of the USB killer has forced a reevaluation of what it means to secure a device, shifting the focus from software to hardware vulnerabilities. Security experts warn that as long as USB ports remain a standard feature, the risk of hardware-based attacks will persist, requiring constant vigilance and adaptation. The USB killer's appeal lies in its simplicity: no hacking skills required, just a few dollars and the willingness to cause chaos. On forums and marketplaces, sellers tout the device as a tool for testing surge protection, or destroying evidence, though its primary use is clearly malicious. Law enforcement agencies are beginning to take notice, with some countries moving to restrict or ban the sale of such devices, though enforcement remains a challenge in the global online marketplace. The ethical debate surrounding the USB killer is fierce. Some argue it is a valuable proof of concept for highlighting hardware vulnerabilities, while others see it as an irresponsible weapon. For now, the USB killer remains a stark reminder of the dangers lurking in seemingly innocuous technology and the need for constant awareness in an interconnected world. In 2024, the threat landscape is more complex than ever, with attackers exploiting both digital and physical weaknesses to achieve their goals. Malicious USBs are not limited to hardware destruction. Many still carry viruses and malware capable of stealing passwords, encrypting data, or granting remote access to attackers. The combination of hardware and software threats makes USB security a top priority for IT departments and everyday users alike. The advice from experts is clear. Never plug in an unknown USB device, no matter how tempting or harmless it may appear. The story of the $2 flash drive that kills computers instantly is a cautionary tale for the digital age, where trust can be shattered in an instant by a device no bigger than a thumb. As technology continues to evolve, so too do the methods of those who seek to exploit it, turning everyday objects into instruments of sabotage. The USB killer's legacy is likely to endure, serving as both a warning and a challenge to engineers, security professionals, and users everywhere. In response, manufacturers are exploring new ways to protect devices, including surge protection circuits and smarter USB controllers that can detect and block abnormal voltage spikes. Yet, as with all security measures, the arms race between attackers and defenders continues, with each new solution met by new forms of attack. The USB killer is a testament to the ingenuity and the danger of low-tech hacking, proving that sometimes the simplest tools are the most effective. For those who have fallen victim, the lesson is harsh but clear. In the world of technology, even the most trusted ports can become points of vulnerability. The USB killer may have started as a proof of concept, but it has become a symbol of the vulnerabilities inherent in modern technology. In the end, the most dangerous threats are often the ones we least expect, hiding in plain sight, waiting for a moment's lapse in judgment to strike. So the next time you see a USB drive lying unattended, remember, curiosity may kill more than just not doing anything with the USB, killing your computer. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more stories they don't want you to know.